Tim. In a different location in my house today, just for lighting reasons and just because I needed a change of scene, but also dressed down because I'm about to go to the gym. So I'm just trying to film this real quick before I'm supposed to go to there. I want to go to there. I don't actually want to go to there, but I do need to go to there. So I just decided to mention this book that I tried to read and didn't get super far in. And if anybody's read it, I'm just curious what you thought. Like, in any case, I picked this up at the library just on a whim because it's a YA contemporary, like written in like 2019, but contemporary, and it's based on Henry VIII and his wives, but set in high school, right? So the Henry character, his name is Henry, and he's number 8 on the football team. He keeps going through girlfriends, right? And like a couple of them have died. Now, it's narrated by Anne of Cleves, more or less. Annie Merck, who Henry calls Cleveland because Annie's from Cleveland. Cleves for short. Hee hee, how cute, how clever. It's not really. So there's a lot about this that didn't work for me. And some of that may be my bias because I know the history and like Tudor history, which is why I thought this would be something I actually really enjoyed. But it's narrated by Annie Cleves, and the minute it started, I was getting Jughead from Riverdale vibes. So if you like Riverdale and if you like Jughead, maybe this book would be for you. I watched some Riverdale, but not... Did I even finish the first season? I'm not even sure I finished the first season of that show. So just not for me, maybe. I usually do like YA, and certainly YA that is kind of a version of history or Shakespeare or Jane Austen, that kind of thing. In any case, the narrator was kind of obnoxious. It wasn't immediately clear to me that it was a girl, a woman narrator. Because, it's all first person, and Henry calls Cleves, and so I was picturing a guy, until the first few chapters jump between Henry and Annie meeting at like a summer camp and their current like pranking. They go out and they prank and they, get into trouble and stuff, even though they're both also very smart, good students. And I don't know, it was a little too cool girl, friends with the hot guy, but we're just friends kind of thing for me. The tone was all wrong. The jumping between the two, the meeting and the summer camp and present day or whatever was also a little bit jarring and off-putting. Multiple times in just the first few chapters that I read. There was more on that later. And I'm just like, why? It's probably for the people who like those kinds of TV shows. 'Cause like you could almost envision this that way. Like it was almost written for that, or was inspired by that, maybe. I don't know anything about this author, Hannah Capin, but I just this was her first novel though, so I don't, maybe she got better. It was a little too voicey and a little too something, and like I said, I'm sure there's an audience for it. It just wasn't for me, which is a shame because based on the premise, based on the fact that it's, Henry VIII and his wives, it should have absolutely been for me. But fail. I gave it 2 stars. And I know that's maybe not fair considering I didn't even really finish it, but just based on what I read, that's pretty much where it was. Did it get better? Maybe. If you've read it, let me know. Maybe it's something I should have stuck out longer. But as it was, I just could not I didn't like the narrator. I didn't like Henry, and I mean, I don't know, maybe you're not supposed to, but like the narrator adores him and thinks he's hot and he's funny and he's just the whole package. He's basically like JFK in the modern day, right? Like he comes from a good family and he's good looking and, you know, he's got this whole dynasty, which again, you know, Henry VIII, okay, yeah, I get it, but no, I think for me the execution was poor, and you know, it just, the voice of the narration was really what pulled me out of it. This like, I'm quirky and smart and adopted and my parents are brilliant and they want me to be brilliant and I just want to be a writer, you know, and I don't know. I don't know. In any case, I just wanted to make a short, quick video about it in case anybody else had read it. I had never heard of it. My library had put it on like kind of a display shelf. Sometimes they just put random stuff up there and I usually browse it, and sometimes I find something that by all accounts should have been perfect for me, but in this case it was a thumbs down. If you know something that does, a book that does something similar but better, let me know. I did try that, though, my Mistress Mary Quite Contrary and my Jane whatever. I read, like, I tried to read those and I didn't like those either, so maybe it's just, there's something about the maybe there's something about the way people are doing Tudor history that isn't working for me. I'm just not on trend for that stuff. But in any case, let me know your thoughts, and I'm got a big stack of books. I'm trying to find out what I'm going to read next. We'll see where I go next. Until I have more to talk about, take care.